All right. Let's see. Hello, Rita. Hello, Cheryl. How's this? This one better? What's up, Frankie? 2 times? Way better? Yeah, sorry, guys. All right, so if you guys remember all that shit that happened when my signal and everything went out on the laptop, remember that day? Well, we come to find out that the laptop just is not very streamer friendly. The laptop is not streamer friendly at all. Let me go ahead and move this back. So it don't look like I'll be able to do lives on the go on that laptop is what my plan was going to be, because I do plan on doing some traveling and taking you guys with me. New Mexico Duke, thank you for that $2. So it doesn't look like I'll be able to do the traveling on the go with that. Lisa Patriot, how are you? So I only got 49 of you back from that last one. Yeah, I could do them on the smartphone. And if you remember, the laptop that I had at the Skirvin was a different laptop, but it was a Lenovo, and a Lenovo is really designed to be, to run on those things right here. This is what I've been using right here. My Samsung notebook. Won't be using that any longer, guys. Not any longer. So, I mean, I bought it for that purpose, and it kind of looks like, well, I guess I should have never bought it in the first place. But anyhow, so let's talk a little bit about financial investing, because I'm going to be sharing with you guys a lot of tips on how to maximize your savings, how to actually put your savings to work, and how to make, a considerable amount of money for very little time and very little effort. It's what I'm learning to do right now, dealing with day trading and investing. I know a lot of people look at it as pipe dreams. A lot of people look at it as, oh, you're never going to get anywhere. Oh, you're never going to get anywhere. But you know what? It's a mindset, people. If you look at investing in, let's just say, for example, the Forex market. Let's say you become a Forex day trader. Let's say you make $225 a day doing it. Now, for a lot of people that are seeking immediate gratification, for a lot of people that feel that that's not enough money, they have to make $1,000 a day or it's not worth it, man. I'm just not going to quit my day job. Well, let me tell you something, okay? If you're making $20 an hour at your job right now, and you work 10 hours a day with $20 an hour, you're going to make $200 a day. But you're going to be working for 10 hours a day. Not to mention the time it takes for you to make your lunch, to take your shower, to get up, to get ready, to drive to work, to put gas in your car, all these things that you have to do to work that 10-hour shift and to drive home and to do all that stuff. You're basically taking up about 13, 14 hours of your day away from everything else. So you have 10 hours to spare. In that 10 hours, you might sleep for 8. You might sleep for 7. You will basically be able to make that same $200 with maybe 4 or 5 hours of work a day. And when you're doing this 4 or 5 hours of work a day, you're not going to be just sitting there at the computer staring at it for 4 or 5 hours. You're going to submit your trades. You're going to put your stop order and your stop loss in place. You're going to put your profit take in place. You're going to put your trailing stop loss in place. And you're going to basically walk away from it. You're going to make YouTube videos. You're going to spend time with your family and friends. You're going to play video games. You're going to watch documentaries. Speaking of the Cecil Hotel, Cheryl, I was just watching that documentary right now. And the funny thing about the Cecil Hotel is I'm going to be doing a video about it because I was actually there once upon a time. But let's not get off a track here. Let's not get off a topic. All right? But you guys are going to enjoy that episode, man, because that was a night I spent in Cecil Hotel with, guess what? Guess who was there? Captain Spagak, the tweaker from the Tweaker Stories you guys love so much, was the one that came up with the brilliant idea of going to the Cecil in the first place. Why, I don't know. And I had no idea that the Night Stalker stayed there until I was actually in the place on the 14th floor. But topic for another time. All right. So here we go. Back to investing, right? Like I said, 4 hours, 5 hours a day. You're going to submit your order. You're going to put your stop loss in place. You're going to put your trailing stop with 15 pips or 5 pips or 10 pips. And then you're going to walk away. So whenever that stock or whenever that currency pair that you're trading on, that you're going long or short on, whether you're buying or selling, you're going to have to learn the candlesticks, because if you don't know what the candlesticks are telling you, you're basically just like you're shooting in the dark, hoping to hit something. And that's what I did in the beginning. I'm shooting in the dark, not understanding the candles, not understanding when a bearish engulfing bar or a doji star or a harami or any of those or a gravestone or a morning star, shooting star, any of those things, when I had to learn like when they land on the candlestick pattern, will pretty much tell you when to go long or when to go short. So when I started doing that with my demo account, I started to notice that my profit take was increasing from the beginning. In the beginning, I had a profit win. I had a success rate of about, I got to tell you, about 12%. You know, and if you're getting 30% returns, you're basically you're winning. Okay. When you're only getting like 12%, 11%, you're losing. So you have to figure out what is going wrong with your strategy. And I've been fine-tuning and tweaking a lot of this stuff. And now on my demo accounts, which is the exact same thing as a live account, the only difference is that you're not trading with real money, so the emotions aren't attached to it. But you have to teach yourself how to have an emotional attachment to it. You basically have to have money that you don't mind losing. So let's say it's money that you might spend on beer. It's money you might spend to go out on an expensive trip. It's money that you might spend at the strip club. It's money you might spend at the casino. It's money you might spend to buy, I don't know, something nice for your house. Something that you can risk losing. You're going to put that up. And you're going to get your leverage going. Depending on who you are, who your broker is basically what it's going to be. But anybody, every person, every day trader I've spoken to, every person that I talk to that deals with trading cryptocurrencies, trading Forex, trading stocks, every single one of them have told me, when I asked them, I said, is it a pipe dream for me to say that I will make $200 a day? And they told me that if you're not making $200 a day, then you're trying to lose. because most day traders will make $500-$600 a day when they get really good at it and they're using multiple. They're trading on multiple pairs. So if they're trading 4 or 5 different pairs, yes, they're going to make $500, $600, even $1,000 a day. They're going to make. Okay. If you're making $200 a day, that is very realistic and very doable. Very, very doable to make $200 a day. Easy stuff, right? Not only that, but I've been noticing that my crypto stocks have been going a lot higher than they were in just a short period of time. So I'm getting the hang of all this stuff, guys. And eventually what I want to do is I want to be able to do this for a limited time, maybe full time. And I want to get a food truck. I want to open up a food truck. I've been talking to some of the foodies and some of the chefs that I've known for years, and food trucks are kind of like the way to go right now in this age of COVID. More and more people are going to food trucks than ever before. So my goal is to invest in a food truck and make my comeback back into the culinary world and start putting my beautiful dishes and my wonderful creations together and market them. So like I said, guys, it's all about evolving and growth. You know, when you stay complacent and stay stuck in the same thing, you're living the 9-to-5 rat race. You know, and there's so many different factors and things in play. Your body, your mind, you're so tired. I mean, shit, look at my eyes, man. My eyes. From working as hard as I got to work. So here's how I look at it, people. I'm making somewhere around 200, not even that sometimes. It just depends. But let's just say lowball figure, I'm making $200 a day at my job. Let's just say that's what I make. Okay? That's $1,000 a week. That's $4,000 a month. And the taxes are the same. You know? You get your taxes taken out as your income, and your taxes your 200 before taxes. And it evens out to be about the same that I'm paying as if I'm working a job, the job that I'm working. Because you guys got to think, whatever taxes they tax me for, you know, pulling my profits out, is probably about as much money as I'm going to be paying in gas driving 5 days back and forth to my job. Free your mind. Biden administration don't like little guys winning. Though, see what happened with GameStop. Yeah, they're trying to get rid of deep fucking values. They're trying to prosecute them for doing what they do every single day. SD 1904, the house. I got to tell you guys, it was a couple of bad moves. It was me looking for a house with way too much emotion attached to it, trying to do it too fast, trying to hurry. And at the end of the day, it just ended up costing me a bunch of money for inspections and appraisals, and come to find out that one house was sinking and the other place, their homeowners association didn't have the right insurance to cover the loan. So they wanted me to put 10% down. But yeah. So that's pretty much everything that I'm doing right now, guys. I'm like just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to move forward with my life. I'm trying to see about, you know, making more money than I'm making now. Or if I can make the same amount of money that I'm making now, which is a very doable, livable wage for a single man, living in Oklahoma with no child support or alimony or fines or anything like that. I can continue to live the same lifestyle, only with more free time, which means I can make more videos on YouTube. I can go back to school and learn something. I can spend more time with family and friends. I could read more messages and communicate more often with people that reach out to me all the time, because I really don't have the time. There's some people that get mad because they think I'm ignoring them, but I don't ignore anybody, guys. I just don't have the time. If I get in a conversation with somebody, I can't just say, hi, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. I had a problem. Hold that thought, man. I just wanted to say hi, but I got to go. I mean, literally, that's what it would be. So, we'll see what happens with this thing that I'm doing. It's a risk. The one thing that I also wanted to add to you guys, okay? Somebody talked about the taxes. Here's another thing that I learned in dealing with all this. Did you guys know that when it comes time to do your taxes for your Forex investing or stocks investing, did you know that you can also deduct your losses? If you guys knew that you can deduct your losses, give me a thumbs up right now. You can deduct your losses. So if in that one day I told you I made $200, right? I made $200 in a day, but I lost $100. I lost $100. Let's say I lost $100 one day, $25 another day, $50 another day, and $25 another day. So for 4 days, I lost $200. In a week that I made $1,000, plus the $200 loss, right? I took home $1,000 and I lost $200. That $200, I will deduct that when I do my taxes. Exactly. So it's the same thing. It's like the same thing as working a job. I mean, they can't tax you any more than anything else. I mean, they go off of your profit and loss. And whatever it is, like if you put in and you gained $5,000, but you lost $1,000, you could deduct that $1,000. You could show them through your broker, this is how much I lost for the week. Like I said, I got people that are tax people, all that stuff. Yeah. So there you go. A lot of people, like I said, they don't really quite understand all of it. They're just like, well, the capital gains tax and all this tax and blah, blah, blah. Well, I mean, it doesn't, trust me, guys. Nobody would ever make any money doing this if they made it impossible. And if they made it impossible, you wouldn't be able to do it. You just need to figure out a way around all of it. I mean, it might be a good idea to, incorporate yourself as a business and, use it as your profit and loss for your business. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be done with this, guys. I'm going to let you know how it all works out, though. All right. I'm going to let you guys know how it works out. I'm going to even possibly, I'll start doing live videos in the afternoon, right when the trading is just coming back from lunch, so you guys could see what I'm doing. And maybe I can help you guys, make a little bit of money in the process. You don't need much to start. Low ball figure, all you need is about $200. and that's it. You get your $200 rolling in there. You turn around, you make $25 out of that. You got $225 to put towards the next one for your ratios and stuff. You do it again, you make another $50 this time. Bam. SD 1904. That's a very common statement that I also used to say myself. If it was that easy, everybody would do it. Well, the thing of it is not everybody is doing it because most people are programmed. This is a fact. Most people are programmed to look at these things as a waste of time, as a pipe dream, as pie in the sky. They look at it like, oh no, that's not what you do. You just go, you work your job, you work 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, you save your money and you don't go into debt. And that's what we're taught. That's what we're programmed to believe. But think about it, man. Who in a million years would have ever thought that becoming a YouTuber would be lucrative? No, I get you, SD 1904. Don't ever think that you're disrespecting me, bro. When you say that stuff, that kind of stuff. You have every right in the world to voice that belief because you're not alone when you say that. I got people at my job telling me this, and I got to tell you, I'll give you an example. So this right here, this is my Coinbase. This is my Coinbase. You can't see, like I said, these cameras being what they are, you can't see what's on it. But right here in that corner, I showed this to Wino. All right. So last Wednesday, or just this last, not this Wednesday, but the last Wednesday, last week, I had $677 in my crypto account. Right? That profit margin increased up to $1,486. That's how much I have now in just a week. So I've more than doubled my money on cryptos, and I don't even put any more money into it. All right? What I do now is anytime I have, let me just pick one out of the sky. Okay, let's say I have Cosmos Atom. It's a cryptocurrency. It's a cryptocurrency that powers an ecosystem of blockchains designed to scale and interoperate with each other. Interoperate. Sorry. It's weird. I couldn't really see. And interoperate with each other. The team aims to create an internet of blockchains and network blockchains. So it's got a market cap of $4.5 billion. And it correlates with Algorand, Cardano, and Ren. It moves tightly with these three cryptos right here. So I bought 4 of them. I bought 4 of these atoms at, let's see. Let me get back to where. Oh, yeah, and I'm earning a lifetime reward on them because it's just one of those things. But let me pick a different one. Let me pick Ox. So I have 34 ZRX crypto coins. I basically bought them for $1.47. My wallet's up to $63. So what do? What I learned from the stuff that I'm learning about investing and everything is I don't even need to put more money into my Coinbase anymore. All I got to do is whenever one of these coins produces a profit, let's say $25 and $50 on the other one, I'll take $75 out of those two and I will transfer them over to Bitcoin. And when I started transferring into Bitcoin and Ethereum, I started to notice that my profits were going faster. They were going higher, faster. So Hot Sauce says that cryptocurrencies are basically a scam. You can't value the coin. I hear a lot of people saying that as well, but you have to understand the whole makeup of blockchains and the technology behind it to know that it's basically the future. Right now, your dollar is worth probably about the same as cryptocurrency is. There's no value on your dollar, people. One thing, I don't know if you know this or not, Hot Sauce, but your dollars, you go to your bank and you pull out $100, it's worth nothing because it's not attached to anything. Yeah, you can buy shit with it, but what happens when your dollar starts to become devalued? Because there's no standard upon which it sits. It's not tagged to anything. The only thing that we tag our money to these days is oil. So what happens when they stop tagging the dollar to oil like they did with gold? They're going to have to tag it to something else, and they're probably going to tag it to cryptocurrencies. So a lot of people don't understand much about cryptocurrencies because it's still relatively new, not very many years. What's cracking, Frankie? But I got to tell you that cryptocurrencies, I believe, are going to be the future. You know what I mean? They're going to be the future as far as how money's transferred, all that stuff. At some point in time, your dollar is going to become obsolete. Is crypto compromised? So, the one thing that I recommend everybody, if they're going to invest in any kind of cryptocurrencies, is to invest in a trusted broker that's in the United States. Whatever you do, people, for God's sakes, don't go to some crypto outlet that's not in the United States. And I'm not saying that to be nationalistic. I'm just telling you that the ones that are in the United States, if they fuck you or if they go belly up or they do something jacked up or anything like that, you have some kind of, there's a lot of regulations and things in place. Coinbase is probably the one that I trust the most. You got other ones like eToro, even Robinhood deals with them. Nadex is starting to get them. Owanda is putting them in there. A lot of different brokers are starting to deal with them now. And even Elon Musk is starting to say that cryptos are the future. You got a lot of smart people, a lot of people that, you know, they have a lot of more information and intelligence in these things than I do. And a lot of people are beefing these things up because, I mean, let's face it. Anytime the market crashes, there's no safety valve in place. So when you have something like cryptocurrencies and Forex, the options to invest in Forex and binary options and stuff like that, you could actually soften the blow. You know, a lot of people invest in stocks and do all that stuff and end up making a bunch of money, but a lot of people end up losing a bunch of money as well. You just have to understand that greed is probably your greatest foe in doing anything. Just like you go to a casino. You go to a casino and let's say you're up $1,000 at the table. You just keep going and you keep going. Next thing you know, you lost that whole $1,000. Well, if you would have stopped the minute you got that $1,000, you might have been left with the thought of, well, I could stay at the table and I could double the money, but your chances of doubling that are astronomical. It's always in the favor of you losing more than you'll gain. You're lucky that you got to that 1,000, so you cash out and you keep your profit instead of walking away and saying, "Damn, I should have cashed out at 1,000." So it's just like I said, man. It's a lot of stuff. For Your Mind says, scary thing is if cash dollar disappears, hackers and governments can rape anyone at that point, and every purchase of transaction will be recorded. Yeah. Hot Sauce says that BTC, which is Bitcoin, with a stroke of the pen, the government can make it illegal. You might say it can't. Well, look at the dark market, the birth of BTC. It's all shut down. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But like I said, guys, anytime I get on here and I start talking about government and politics, you get a lot of people that just put up the cross at me or start hissing at me as if I got a cross up to them. When I talk about Corn Pop and I talk about all these corporate crony capitalists and everything that are in the government, and I talk about this phony baloney political system that we got, people don't want to hear about it. But yet at the same time, you can't help but to educate yourself on it, because the biggest problem that we have as a people is the fact that the elites that control everything have a motto. The motto is that their ignorance is our strength. That's what they believe. They honestly believe that our ignorance is their strength. And they'll boldly tell you that to your face. That they look at us all like peasants. They look at us all as rubes and idiots and retards and everything else that they could call us. But if we use any of those words, we're either a racist, we're a sexist, we're a homophobe, a xenophobe, a Islamophobe, all these different phobes. But they could do whatever they want, because our ignorance is their strength. And it's just like Matt Hugh just said right now, for all you guys that are on the conspiracy theory, the QAnon mindset when it comes to cryptocurrencies, read this one right here. I'm going to go ahead and pin it. What Matt Hugh said. And even Rich DM says cryptocurrency will be the world currency in a few years. A dollar of paper money is not backed by gold anymore. They just print it. That's why they want everyone on digital currency. And Matt Hughes said that blockchain and hash graph technology will be merged with everything in the near future. It's inevitable. So I would strongly recommend a lot of you guys to pull your heads out of the QAnon ass, because QAnon is basically a lie. It's bullshit. Nothing's going to happen on March 5th and all that other stuff that everybody's hoping for. Trust me when I say this, guys. QAnon's bullshit. You know what I mean? Thanks to QAnon, I didn't invest in GameStop, and I would have pulled my money out when I was at the height of a profit before Corn Pop or anyone else had a chance to pull the plug, and I would have made some money. But because of all these conspiracy theories, I thought that GameStop was bullshit. I thought it was a lie. So a lot of people need to really get out of that bullshit-ass QAnon. The earth is flat. Cryptocurrencies are going to destroy us and eat us alive and turn into Terminators and all this other funny bunny business. It's not like that, guys. Yes, there's a lot of scandalous shit. Yes, there's a lot of evil, vicious, wicked people in the government. But the thing of it is, right now, what is going on is we are having an enlightenment revolution is what's going on, everybody. An enlightenment revolution is what's going on. People are waking up to the reality of what's happening, and they're sick and tired of it. And all I can say is like, a lot of people get upset with me. People think that I pick on the Democrats. People think that I hate the Democrats and all that. I don't hate the Democrats. I've said it a million times. I love Bernie Sanders. I like Bernie Sanders. I'm not going to lie. I do. I like Bernie. Raising my hand, man. I like Bernie Sanders. I don't like Joe Biden. Okay, let me make this clear, guys. I don't like Corn Pop because of what he did to my family. He is personally responsible. Him and everybody else that was in the Congress during the 90s. That's Republicans as well, guys. That's Newt Gingrich. That's all of those people. Strom Thurmond, fucking, who else was in there? John Kerry, John McCain. Who else? Chuck Schumer. I could go on and on. Nancy Pelosi, Dianne Feinstein, Orrin Hatch, all of them. They're all responsible for what happened to my family. My father, my uncles, people that I love. But Joe Biden is the president. A lot of those other people aren't even in the government anymore. But he still is. Barbara Boxer, yes, her too. He deregulated the trucking industry in this country. He virtually, with a stroke of the pen, almost completely wiped out the Teamsters unions in the freight industry. He did that. Joe Biden did that. My father lost his job. My uncles lost their jobs. People lost their homes. People went into depression. People committed suicide behind Joe Biden. So when people get upset at me because I talk bad about Joe Biden and they think that that's the summation of the Democratic Party, you guys really haven't been paying attention to what I've been saying. You haven't been paying attention to what I've been saying. Oh, shit, hold on. My TV just turned on. All right. I was watching Netflix, and I had it on pause, and it finally just turned off. But yeah. Soy tu padre, you're asking me, didn't NAFTA eliminate tariffs? NAFTA was another thing that Joe Biden also was heavily involved in, as well as Newt Gingrich and all the rest of them. NAFTA is not the same thing. NAFTA, together with the deregulated trucking industry, was actually the cocktail that stuck the nail in the coffin, yes. You know what I mean? But for all you guys out there that lean Democrat, let me just tell you guys this. When you get mad at me, you think that I'm attacking your politicians. Okay? I've never said anything bad about Bernie Sanders, ever. Not one time. As a matter of fact, I think that Bernie Sanders is probably the most genuine person in the entire Congress. The most genuine. And the reason I say that is because his record is the same. From the moment he was in there until now. Can't say the same thing about Elizabeth Warren. Can't say the same thing about AOC. Can't say the same thing about a lot of them. But Bernie Sanders has definitely been the same from beginning to end to now. So to me, I got all the respect in the world for Bernie Sanders because he's actually stayed the same. But Joe Biden, I don't know why you guys like this guy. You're not going to like him very much longer, though. I promise you that. Because all the things he's doing, you're just not going to like the guy. Now, if Tulsi Gabbard, Bernie Sanders, I wouldn't have really been too upset with Butt Judge. But I said this from the gate. I told people, I said, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, and Kamala Harris. I have a personal beef with these three people. These three people. Right? And I could back my beef up with what they have done to my family and people that I care about. Kamala Harris locked up a woman that I've known since I was a kid because her son refused to go to school. Because her son refused to go to school, Kamala Harris had people like her put in jail. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Tulsi Gabbard, I would have been fine with her. I'd have been just fine with her. George Bush, I could tell you, Dopey, I don't have nothing good to say about George Bush either. Not one thing. So just go ahead and leave that at that. These are all media raw topics, but I want you guys, and I had somebody said something to me earlier. Let me go back to it. It's pretty far up here. Where are you at? It was from Anna Chavez. Anna Chavez asked me, thank you, JD. Do you know of any good books we could read on stock market? Let me show you the books that I'm reading. Forex Trading by Jim Brown. Forex Trading by Jim Brown. Get this book. I have another book over here. I can't seem to find it. I think I have it in my I have it in my book bag. But it's called the Forex. It's called the Candlestick Bible. Now all you guys got to do is go to Amazon and look for this. I just put it up right here. You guys go ahead and look for this book, The Candlestick Bible. Did it. Nah, guys. So Giovanni, 1996. How was my day? Very cold. Very, very cold. Very cold day. I couldn't even wash my dishes, man, because my hot water in my kitchen don't work. So I got a heater down underneath the sink. Hopefully it'll get it turned on, but my hot water, like I said, in the shower works. It's pretty much a lazy day. I slept pretty late today. Slept a pretty good amount today. I feel pretty lively and stuff. You know, I think I can tell you guys this. As a confession, I haven't drank any alcohol now for quite some time. You know what I mean? Look, here's the cat. I haven't drank any alcohol for going on 2 weeks now? No Brokeback Mountain shit. My confession is that I haven't had a drop of alcohol in a couple of weeks. Hot sauce, you never cease to amaze me. Never cease to amaze. It's weird how this cat just does this shit, huh? Just jumps up on my shoulders like that. I think she's hungry. Reaction Rookie, thank you very much. I get like that, guys. I get like that. It's you know what I mean? It'll get to the point to where like I'll drink, not heavily, but I mean sometimes I could take one too many shots, believe that. But I'll drink for I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe a month or so, and then I'll just stop. I'll do that with anything. I might smoke weed for a week, 2 weeks, every day, maybe every other day, and then I'll just stop. I've never been one that needed to be controlled by substances and things. Right, Kat? Yeah. See, the cat even thinks. Pull her whiskers and she yawns. Watch. Yeah. Jack Jerry, are you going to run for president in 2024? You know what? Hey, all bullshit aside, guys, I'm actually thinking about running for state assembly in my district right here. Go ahead and send me your laughing faces. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine me being elected to some kind of office? Becoming a politician? Can you imagine that shit? Can you imagine what that chamber would be like with my anecdotes and my analogies and stuff? Can you imagine that? JT, from what I understand, you can run for state office, but I don't believe you can run for federal office. She's basically telling me that she wants me to feed her. So I'm gonna be hey, Kenneth Shavely, you need send me your new number. Send me your phone number, man. Apparently something's wrong with your phone. I gotta talk to you, my man. I haven't talked to you. I miss talking to you. I haven't talked to you in a while. Anthony Davis, have I seen your DM on IG? Let me go look. Anthony Davis, what's it under? Help me find it quicker. Oh, here we go. I got you. I'm looking at yours right now, Anthony. I'll answer you. I'll answer you right when I get off of here. Matt Hugh, you're asking me, did I get in on Cardano? You talking about on the cryptos? I think I already got it. Or maybe not. Let me see. You know what? Coinbase doesn't have it. Matt Hughes, what platform has Cardano on it? Buy silver? Thinking about it. Oh, it's called ADA. I'll check it out. I'm looking into silver too. Like I said, sometime here pretty soon, I'll be throwing some serious investments in it. Would I buy gold? Yes. I always recommend buying gold, buying silver, even buy copper. Fuck it. Just don't buy copper from Captain Spagak, if you know what I'm saying, because the chances are that copper is probably stolen. But yes, indeed. Algo? I got Algo already, I believe. As a matter of fact, I don't have Algo. I'm probably going to get that here real soon. But anyways, guys, gotta go. Gotta run. It's been great. Love you guys to death. Make sure you tune in for the Sunday night live, the special Sunday night snow party live that we got going on. And be on the lookout for a possible special video I'm going to drop tomorrow. I'm going to show you guys something that a lot of people think that I don't do. You know what I'm saying? Something that a lot of people think that I don't do. I'm going to show it to you guys. I'm going to leave you guessing at what you think that might be. But until the next one, you already know what it is. You heard it right here. And I'm out.